guys, welcome back to the Chaos to Classroom YouTube page. My name is Emily, and today I'm going to be reviewing CTCMath, which is an online math curriculum. Now I'm going to be talking about the 12-month family membership. So the family membership is good up to 5 students, but I just have one student that I'm homeschooling. But I think this would be really good for families who had multiple students because each student has their own profile and it keeps account of their work and it sends it to the parent. So I think it would be really good for a family that was homeschooling multiple students. So as you can see on the screen right here, I'm starting out on the teacher page or the parent portal. So when I log in, this is what I see. This is the home page, and I'm going to kind of go over the what you would see on the website when you log in, how to work it, things like that. And then I'm going to go through the student account and talk about how my student enjoyed the program and all those kinds of things. So let's start out in the parent portal. You see, let's talk about tasks up here. When you go to tasks, as the parent or the teacher, you can add tasks. Let's go to add task right now, which is basically like their assignments. It can be, you can use it for homework or you can use it for their actual lessons for the day. You create the date of the task. You can tell, it can be just a one-day task, like this is your assignment for today, or you can make it a whole week long or 2 weeks long and say these are all the assignments you need to do over this amount of time. The title, the description, you can type your own little note the student will see. You can add however many lessons or diagnostic tests or question banks. We'll get to the question banks a little bit later. So let's say we wanted to add lessons, and then it will pull up. You can say, okay, they need to attempt all the questions and reach their passing grade, or they just need to attempt all the questions. Totally up to you. Right now it's on all courses. I'm going to go to 2nd grade because that's what we've been doing. And then you just click which ones you want to add. You can add as many as you want. Then you would save it, and it would be, so we're going to save this, and I'm going to show it to you later what it would look like for the student. Alright, so you also see this would list all of your students that you're over, how many lessons they've completed, when their last login was, their overall grade. Very helpful. Down here, all of these things will be emailed to you if you choose. It gives you a weekly report, what all they've done that week, the awards they've received, and all of their activity. Okay, so I showed you how to do the tasks. The question bank wizard. It's a way to make your own worksheets, basically. Let's go, so this one right here. You can add whatever you want. You can edit it, you can delete it. Let's go back and I'll show you. So let's go add a question bank. You can go to preset already. They already have some, like, okay, I want 20 questions, or you can choose, I just want it to take about 20 minutes, minus, plus or minus 5. You can say, I want it easy, and then, or I want it harder, I want a little bit of both. Generate questions, and it makes your worksheet. Or you can choose, okay, we've done, say, we reviewed these 3 lessons this week. So I want to make a worksheet that covers all 3 of these lessons. You can select it that way. Very helpful, very user-friendly, easy way to make worksheets based on what your student is learning. I love it. Okay, tools, this is just for parents. You can browse a lesson, lessons, export, It also gives you checklists for each grade, which is a very good little tool to have. All right, so let's switch over. I'm going to switch to student view, which will take us to, let's see, let's go back. I'm going to log in as my child. Okay, so here you see, let's go back, home page for her. So when my child logs in, this is what she would see. We have it set for second grade. There's 4 main topics that it will go over in second grade. And then within each of those 4 main topics, you'll see the list over on the right. It breaks it down. These numbers mean, okay, she's done 10 out of 10 lessons over here, so that's why the check mark is there. Over here, she's done 2 out of 11 lessons. Now, I'm going to take you to a lesson to show you how that works. Let's touch on the diagnostic tests. You can save this for the end, or you can do it at the beginning and the end just to kind of watch their growth, which is what I do. So this diagnostic test will be for whole numbers in general. It will touch every single one of these lessons. You can make it short, standard, or comprehensive. For the first one, I usually do short, just to kind of get a baseline of where she is. And then as a follow-up, when we're done with all of the lessons, I will do either a standard or comprehensive. It just gives you a better idea of anywhere they need extra work on. So I'm going to go to a lesson because I want you to see that even though this is United States curriculum, it's made.
In this lesson, we take a look at using the 1 to 100 number chart. So there's our number chart there, the numbers 1 through to 100. Let's start by counting by ones. We're going to count forwards. So starting at 1.
So as you can see, they have an Australian accent, which I absolutely love. But that may be something you want to take into consideration if your child, has trouble with accents, if it's a young child who can understand accents. My daughter takes ballet from someone from Russia, so she's kind of used to hearing instructions with a thick accent. So this accent was no trouble for her at all. She never had any issues with understanding what he was saying. Okay, so each lesson has the video at the beginning. As you can see, this video is about 2.5 minutes. I think they range, the average is like 4 to 9 minutes, but I think that would be for the older kids. I'm pretty sure she has never seen a video more than like 4 minutes long. So it's really good for young kids that don't have a long attention span. She's never had trouble focusing for the length of the video. Very short, very simple, to the point. They're very good videos. Then after the video, there's the questions. So here you go. So they would just, and you can, if your child can't read, they can click this button right here.
Count by ones forwards.
And it tells them the instructions. Okay, so we count by 1, we enter our answer, submit. The check mark means you got it right, good job. It tells you your progress, the percent correct, and then it'll say how many questions. We've gotten 1 out of 1 correct. There's about, I think, 8 to 10 questions for each lesson. So for me, I don't feel like that's, let's say she got like a 90%. That's good. It's a good base, but I don't feel like that's quite enough to say, okay, we're done with that forever. I feel confident that you have that skill. So for me, that's where the making the worksheets, the question bank wizard really comes in handy, because you can go back and create a worksheet to reinforce that skill just to make sure they really do have it. Alright, so let's go back. We'll go to lessons. There we go. Lessons, super short, easy to follow. My 6-year-old, once I would get her to this point, and I would just say, okay, I need you to do lessons 3 and 4 today. I would make sure she got in there and understood everything, and then I would be able to walk away. Very handy for a parent. I love that it's all online, it's all at your fingertips. It's not parent intensive at all. Okay, here's the tasks that we created. So you see, I made this one last week or a couple weeks ago. So this is what the student sees when you make a task. You know, this was the title that you made, so I could have said, this is Thursday's assignments, would be my title. They click in, these are their 3, tells you if they're not attempted. Very easy way, especially for older kids, you can just assign them their assignment for the day and be done. The results, it will show you detailed report for 2nd grade. So as of today, this is everything she's done. I love how detailed it is. So it tells you the first attempt, what she made, the highest attempt, what she made, how many attempts total, the attempts it took her to pass, and then the date she passed. We don't personally have to keep records for our state, but if you do, I feel like this would be very beneficial. Also gives you a whole summary report, and you can switch grades. You know, if you have a student who has been through this program for several years, it keeps it all right here. Individual results, the task that tells you the results of all the tasks. So these awards, they will email you an award to download and print, or you can come here and click on the name of which award you want to download and print. There's also a little game. If you come down here, there's speed skills and timetables, and then swap pieces. So speed skills is just like a timed activity. Right here, as you can see, my daughter has only attempted the addition of level 1. She's not a huge fan of speed skills because she gets anxious if she knows she's being timed, and she's a perfectionist, so she can't stand knowing that she's being timed and she might not get everyone correct. So she doesn't really attempt that, but here it tells you the results of any speed skills activities they've done. Okay, moving on to settings. You can create your personal whatever color you want it to be. You can also set the pass mark. So as you can see, our pass mark is 80%. That means any lesson she does, she has to make an 80% or higher for it to say that she passed it. You can change that to whatever percentage you want. It gives you a place to put your email, and then you can select which grade you want the reports to show when you open it. Okay, history, it shows you, so I really like this. I don't know about you, but my daughter, let's just say she is not quick to complete things. Y'all, I wish you could see her during these lessons. It's like she's doing a yoga video or something on YouTube. I don't know how she is listening, but apparently she is. She's just kind of in her own little world, going at her pace, like does not care at all how long it takes her to do this. So let's say she's doing a lesson and look, it's been 30 minutes. We got to go somewhere, but she's not done with the lesson. So you just X out. See, this is the lesson I showed y'all earlier. You X out and it saves everything. So when you come back, you pick up right where you left off. It doesn't lose your work or anything like that. So that is amazing for us, because I know my girl takes forever to do things. Timeline, it tells you all of their past activity, which I guess would be helpful for kids if you have older kids, so you can kind of keep track. For us, it doesn't really matter because I'll log her in every time she's logged in, so I know when she's doing this. All right, so that's pretty much it. Very easy, very user-friendly. I wouldn't say this is a fun curriculum. So speaking for my daughter, this is not something that she just was excited to do every day. I know there are more, I guess, young child-friendly math things out there, but this was very parent-friendly, very user-friendly. I would highly recommend it, even though it's not, quote unquote fun for the student. It's interactive, it's engaging. As you can see, I taught my child none of this. She learned it all from the videos. And so, as you can see from her scores, she's getting it. So I would highly recommend it. And let me touch on this real quick because this is very useful. So if you decide, they have a free trial if you would like to try it. If you decide to use this curriculum and you're not very tech savvy, the website has all of these videos. If you have trouble or need, a visual of exactly how to do something, they have all these videos you can click on and it walks you through everything. Very handy. So down below this video, I'm going to put a link that will lead you to this page. If you scroll down, this tells a little bit more about CTCMath. Scroll down, all of these mamas are reviewing CTCMath, and they're all, all of our students are on different levels. Some of them have multiple students, so I would highly suggest you check out some of these other reviews to see what they think. From find a family that has multiple kids and see how it works for them. Find a family whose kid, was up in calculus. So it goes through from kindergarten all the way through calculus. So if you have an older kid, I'm sure one of those reviews you could find a mama of an older kid and see how it worked for them and what they thought. So I'm going to drop that link below the video. And just to let you know, I received a free subscription of this product through the Homeschool Review Crew in exchange for my honest review. I was not required to write or tell you a positive review, nor was I compensated in any other way. And all opinions I have expressed are my own or those of my family, and so I'm disclosing this in accordance with the FTC regulations. We like this curriculum. I love this curriculum. Very mom and teacher friendly. I would highly suggest it. So check out those. I'm going to drop all the links below the video. Thanks for watching. I hope it was useful, and let me know if you have any questions.